create the theme-based topicals designed for real life. Work, workouts, and everything in between. Crafted with hemp seed oil and natural botanicals. Our balms and body care help you feel good in your skin. Find your rhythm. Find your rhythm at PiedmontMountain.com. Piedmont Hemp Co. Wellness that fits your rhythm.
DMV, make sure you check out Felicia Cafier Hair Braiding and Weaving Center, serving internationally with offices in DC and North Carolina. We specialize in European hair weaving, undetectable, 100% natural hair. That's right, when you want that real, we give you the real deal. Felicia Cafier Hair Braiding and Weaving Center. We're open 7 days a week by appointment. That's right, 7 days a week by appointments only. Call 202-699-2702. Felicia Cafier Hair Braiding and Weaving Center. We'll come directly to you. Any state, any city. We're your one stop for European 100% natural human hair. And not only do we have European hair, we specialize in Dominican blowout hair treatments for ball and thinning hair. All types, all textures. Only at Felicia Cafier Hair Braiding and Weaving Center. Felicia Cafier's International Mobile Salon. Call 202-699-2702 now.
Bright lights, big city. Good morning, Vegas. It's the Chris Thomas Morning Show. Fly Cry, Uncle James, Hall of Fame.
Y'all need to pay homage, the original host. Chris Thomas, the mayor in Vegas. Relay like all other Vegases. Every time we on the radio, you say it's us. Plus, we got Terminator X on the cut. In the public, the enemy gets off in the cut. Run a back of mad links with the cubic cuts. Your music that'll make you do the butt. We're storing for show. We're here to introduce you to the morning show.
Chris is chillin', Terminator chillin'. 7 people, what you think? Layla is chillin', Soren is chillin'. Click word for Billy and we got mad links. James Gang reppin', Big Wig reppin'. Akron, Cleveland, LA to Vegas. Fly Cry, LeBron James to rap. I'm a pro model, I see you bring the cap.
What's up, Vegas? It's me, Chris Thomas, and welcome to the Chris Thomas Show. I'm here with the crew, or I'm here with the top-notch all-star team. In this corner, we have my man from Source Magazine, of course, the guy that wrote so many books about hip-hop, Soren Baker. What's happening?
Man, Chris, glad to be here. Excited for the show.
All right, and we have Miss Fantastic. I haven't said that in a long time. What's happening, Miss Fantastic?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
And we got the one and only from Rap City. I got to keep people so they can remember. Somebody told me today, called me about a gig and told me and said, and I've been knowing him a long time. He said, Rap City in the basement. I said, no, Rap City. All right. DJ Mad Links, what's happening?
Well, correct. The show is Rap City. There was one version of it called The Basement, but there was almost 20 years of Rap City, and that overshadows everything else.
Yes. And of course, Terminator is out, but he'll be back here next week. And of course, we're still waiting for Layla Lopez. And we're brought to you by 100% sucker-free brands. Go to YouTube right now, everybody. Go to YouTube, The Chris Thomas Show, Las Vegas. And remember, this is not a podcast. This is our actual radio show live from Las Vegas. And we're just going to have a good time. And don't forget, Piedmont Hemp Co. I always put what Terminator said yesterday, how good it smelled. He said he went into the restroom and he could still smell it. We got a great show. So, Noonie, what are the topics today? We're going to we don't have Terminator, so we're gonna do a little changes. But what are the few topics that we're gonna talk about today?
Okay. Here's what we're talking about today on the Chris Thomas Show. Okay, so wide receiver Antonio Brown selling his mansion and now clear to travel. Okay, baby, that chapter shifted quick. Okay, and then we got Chuck Norris hospitalized, sending strength to a real legend. And then we got Shaq offering to pay for a 12-year-old girl's funeral. Now that's real, okay? And that's all and more that's happening on the Chris Thomas Show here with the top-notch all-star team.
All right, and here are some of the streaming networks that you can listen to the Chris Thomas Show if in your day. East to the West Radio, Live 365, Melodious Radio, Cheddar Vision Radio, 101 Jams Connected Radio, Greatest DJs Radio, WUBI Live Radio, Ubiquity Radio and TV, and Power NV 103.1, the hottest music in the desert. And let's not forget ATX soulradio.com. That's what's coming. So right about now, here's the BO quote of the day.
Hello, everybody. This is BO, the 44th, with the celebrity quote of the day. In the beginning, it was all black and white. Quoted by Maureen O'Hara. And that was the celebrity quote of the day. Now back to the Chris Thomas Show with the top-notch all-star team, live from Vegas on KSHP 107.1 FM and 1400 AM. Enjoy your day, everybody.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. And if nobody told you today they love you, we really do.
And if nobody told you it's your birthday, happy birthday. All we want for my birthday is something.
All right, it's time for a little bit of love and happiness, because that's what the world needs. It needs love, sweet love. So let's hear some love and happiness. This is Diamond D.
Hello, this is Diamond D with Love and Happiness, where I'm giving you some love advice, some happiness advice, some everyday good advice to make your day a little more loving. Do you think you found your soulmate, that perfect lady or man that turns you on and compliments you in every way? Well, Dr. Borg, a New York psychologist, has established 7 questions that will help you determine if your current mate is your soulmate. Number 1, does he or she win every argument? If a person wins every single time, then the losing person is probably not going to be heard or valued. Number 2, do you fight about the same things over and over again? If so, this can show that you have different values. Number 3, is someone hiding their spending habits? Money problems can break up a relationship, so being honest about your money and being honest about your spending habits is very important. Number 4, does he or she always cancel plans? If so, then they don't see you as a priority. Number 5, is there something about your partner that is incredibly annoying to you, or you want them to change it? Love is not judgmental or conditional. So if you find yourself wanting to change them instead of accepting them for who they are, then they are not your soulmate. Number 6, does your partner have a me mentality instead of a we personality? This selfishness will make problems in any relationship. And lastly, does she or he act immature during conflicts with a lot of screaming, tantrums, and loud fights? Your answers to these questions will determine if you have found your mate or your soulmate. This is Diamond D with Love and Happiness, where I'm working to make your day a little more loving.
Too many. I know it's just too many to make a relationship work.
I'm confused.
Well, I am confused too. What? Go ahead, Noonie.
The reason why I'm confused because all of what she said is why they not your soulmate. I mean, she didn't say nothing about what makes them your soulmate, what makes them not. So I'm not looking for none of the people she talking about. So I'm running away from them. So I'm just because your soul ain't just butterflies, it's peace. So all of what she's saying is what to run away from. So they supposed to make your life easier, not harder. That's add, subtract, and multiply. Never mind.
You know, so what makes a great relationship, Noonie, you and your significant other?
I mean, someone that makes your life easier, not harder. Like I said, they add, not subtract. You know what I'm saying? Someone that makes you feel safe, make you laugh. They want to see you grow. They're not just all about self. Like she said, it is a we thing. You know what I'm saying? And just, they still give you them butterflies when you walk past them. You know what I'm saying? Or just look at them. So yeah. And yes, we get butterflies, Mad Links. We do.
And Links, what about you? What makes a great relationship?
I mean, first of all, you got to understand yourself. Number one, you got to find what makes you happy, and then find somebody who's in line with that. But the thing I always have a problem with Diamond D is either she or the people she's quoting are always telling us what makes us happy. And I'm like, no, everybody got to find that for themselves.
You got that right. Hey, Soren, you are married, so I guess you can give us a lot of great tips.
Well, the fact that
he said, "Well,
we'll just put it this way: if all of us are very confused by what Diamond D was just saying, then there's a real problem, because usually it's Links and me coming in hot. So now everybody's on our side. That being said, we got to realize that, one of the things that you have to understand is people change day to day, situation to situation. So as is often the case with these lists, yes, those are something you can use to generally guide you or to think about or to keep in mind. But there are no hard and fast rules in love and in life, because things change, people change, situations change. Obviously, there's deal breakers, but you gotta, and to Diamond D's point, if your partners or always the one winning the quote unquote argument or discussion, then that's a bad sign. But again, that's not somebody that you want to be your soulmate if they're doing that stuff, because they're not. They're winning the argument. That's who they are. So, it's all about compromise and working together as a team. And I think a lot of the things that Diamond D highlighted today definitely are going in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to say this again. People always ask me, what's the perfect female? I said, one who can be quiet for 24 hours.
Still haven't met her, have you, Chris?
Nope. Everybody says good luck. I think most of the relationships that I've seen with my friends, I kind of judged my friends and said, every last one of them, they are not happy, or they have this anger against women. Some of them have been married twice, some 3 times. And when I get married, it's going to be one time. So somebody give me a solution for those who are out there. We're gonna do a Fraser Crane type of thing right here from Fraser. All right, Noonie, you first. What would Fraser? Okay. What would Fraser Crane say to you right now?
I'm gonna tell you what DJ Mad Links is gonna tell you. See, Chris, you often say about finding a woman that can be quiet for 24 hours. But would you ever consider a woman who said the right things for 24 hours and knew when to say them?
Well, you done help me to something else.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Getting a greater understanding of yourself, and that will enlighten us to others, because we tend to have this one set idea that this is what it is and what it is not. But when it's framed in a different way, we can then understand, hey, look, you know what? Maybe that is something that would work. And as I said, this is where I find fault with a lot of the tips that we get, or so-called tips, because they're so hard and fast that it doesn't allow quite often for the nuance of saying, hey, Chris, you know what? I understand you don't want nobody nagging you for 24 hours. What if you had somebody loving you for 24 hours?
Well, I done had that. And then the nagging.
Nice. Hey, well, you see, for that 24 hours, now if you could find somebody who can multiply that and keep that going, Now you got something.
All right, Nudie, you want to add something?
I just want to know where y'all searching, because it's women out there that's like that loves on you, that speak life into you, that want to see you move, that actually multiply you. Like, where is y'all searching?
Well,
Be the right places.
Soren, you want to give us another tip?
I mean, the thing is, one of the strategies you have to employ, or there was actually several strategies you need to employ, but the main thing is you got to be resolute with your word. So you got to do what you say what you do. And bottom line is, if you start with that as a good foundational point, that will go a long way to help you and to help your partner. And when you're able to do that, the lines of communications will be a lot longer. And then the other thing, another main foundational point, which I got to shout out the 4 agreements, as I often do, is don't make assumptions. You know, a lot of people, because obviously they've had more than one relationship in their life, they assume that their current partner is going to act the way that one of the other people they mess with acts.
Trigger.
And because of that, that leads to a lot of miscommunication. It leads to a lot of assumptions. It leads to a lot of problems. But you're not dealing with the person for who they are and what they're actually doing. You're acting on what you assume they're going to do, what you think they're going to do, what you fear, what you hope, what you wish, what you desire. But that's not what's happening. And that, to me, back to the first point, communication and clarity, don't make assumptions.
You got that right. And I just want to say it's time for our All-American Humor Award, Sin City Comedy Spotlight. And here's a friend of mine, and she said her and her husband has an open relationship. This is Monique here on the Chris Thomas Show with the top-notch all-star team.
Hey, Montreal. Oh, now come on. Hey, Montreal. You know, they're looking like, oh my, she's black. Yes, I am, and big and fabulous. What's going on? You know, I'm really glad to be in Montreal, but the one thing I didn't see a lot of was big women. I did not see a lot of big women in Montreal. Do y'all eat? You know, I didn't see a lot of the buffets, and that really upset me. I'm big on all you can eat. That made me a little angry, and I don't take little women to the buffet with me because they can't read and they don't follow directions well. The buffet says $5.99, all you can eat. She gets 1 plate. I'm ready to go home. I'm full. I'm gonna spend the night. I'm following directions. All you can eat. You eat it till it's gone. That's what you're supposed to do. All you can eat. And you know what I noticed? Most black women are very comfortable with their size. You white women, you jog, you exercise, you eat a piece of grapefruit, then you jog, you exercise, you eat a celery stick, then you jog, you exercise, you eat a carrot. I'm eating a steak and a hamburger, and I'm gonna lay down, go to sleep, have me a milkshake, wake up, I'm eating a steak and hamburger, lay down, go to sleep. You know, that's how we do things. It's just different. It's just very different with black women and white women. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that was Monique, Academy Award winner Monique. And now it's time, even though we don't have Terminator X, the X-Man here today, we do have his music. So this is our R&B soul mix with Terminator X.
You're now rocking with DJ Terminator X, baby.
Child grows up to be somebody that just loves to learn, and another child grows up to be somebody you just love to burn. Mom loves the both of them. You see, it's in the blood. Both kids are good and brown. Blood thicker than the mud. It's a family affair.
Family affair.
It's a family affair.
Family affair.
Little child running wild. Watch a while. You see he never smiled. Broken home, father gone, mama tired. So is all alone. Kinda sad, kinda mad. Ghetto child, thinking he's been had. In the back of his mind he said, didn't have to be here. You didn't have to love for me. While I was just a nothing child, why couldn't they just let me be, let me be, let me be, let me be?
Terminator X.
Yo, what's up? This comedian Mike Brooks with the Housewives of Better Road. You can catch on YouTube. And when I'm in Vegas, I'm down with the Chris Thomas Show and the Top Notch All-Star Team. Yeah.
Hey, this is Tommy Davis. When I'm in Vegas, I listen to the Chris Thomas Show, and you better know that for real.
You're listening to the Chris Thomas Show with the All-Star Team with DJ Terminator X, Soren Baker, Noonie LaRue, DJ Matt Links, and Layla Lopez right here on KSHP Radio, 107.1 FM and 1400 AM Las Vegas.
And I got to tell Terminator X, the X-Man, that was wonderful. It took me back to Curtis Mayfield. I forgot what movie that song was in. But that, I mean, Boy, I tell you, those were the days when they used to have the all-night movies. And that mix was brought to you by 100% sucker-free brands. 100% sucker-free brands. And now it's time for Nosy Noonie News.
That's brought to you by PiedmontHempCo.com. Okay. You may not know me a lot of bit, but you're gonna know me a little bit. This is your girl Noonie LaRue with Nosy Noonie News, where I'm normally not nosy, but today don't count. So there. And again, this segment is brought to you by PiedmontHempCo.com. Now listen, this past weekend went down in Houston at the rodeo. Baby, the gumbo got people talking and running to the bathroom fast. So Mama Tina, yes, Beyonce mama, Tina Knowles, debuted her gumbo booth, okay? And next thing you know, the Houston Health Department says, shut it down and shut it down now. And now, hold on. When a person said they got sick, you know, that's unfortunate when one person said, okay? But then when multiple people say they sick, yeah, that ain't a review. That's a situation that's going on, okay? And I hate to say it, but gumbo is not one of them dishes you can just freestyle. This ain't Roman noodles, baby. This is a science experiment with seasoning, and you got to get that right. This ain't gumbo that's Richcraft Brew, okay, with Beyonce's playlist in the background, okay? We ain't got no clip, though, but the food poisoning at the rodeo is crazy. You're already around animals, and you want to poison people. Listen, as soon as I heard you cooked it for 16 hours, baby, I would have clocked out. I'm good. Gumbo ain't supposed to have you praying before you eat it, okay? And not every bite either. I bet a Louisiana auntie somewhere shaking her head like, now who made this shit? Seriously. Now, Chris, I apologize.
That was a word. All right.
That was one of them. I apologize for that. And Chris, do you think celebrities' food businesses should be held to an even higher standard when it comes to health and safety?
Of course. I'm in a cookbook. Somebody many years ago, somebody asked me about a recipe that I was making. It was a dish with spaghetti, and I took shrimp and scallops and crab meat, and I put a cooking wine in it. I can't even remember. It's been so long, but they should be held to a standard, especially if people are getting sick. E. coli is running rampantly right here in DC in the water. Now, we have water that the sewage went into the Potomac River. And guess what? The White House and the DC government were arguing about who was going to fix it, where they going to get the money from. So that sewage was, you just tell me, all right?
That's crazy. Okay, Matt Links, would you trust a pop-up or a food truck more if you saw that a health department was raiding posts, or you just gonna go ahead and smell it and vibe it out? What you gonna do?
Well, that is a very good question. You're taking your life into your own hands, and sometimes a food truck can be more cleanly and more hygienic than an established brick and mortar restaurant. But I'm more interested in the prevalence of ghetto culture that I'm seeing at places like this Houston Rodeo, where they have some of us making the rest of us look like we are just straight up savages. And I mean, between that, what we saw in Daytona Beach, what we're seeing all the way around, again, it's accountability. It's poor parenting. It's zero consequences for any type of actions. And there's no amount of bad food in the world that should be causing what we saw in Houston at that rodeo. So I don't care if it's Beyonce mama, her daddy, her cousin. I don't care if it's T-Yonce, Y-Yonce, Z-Yonce. I could care less. There's no excuse for what we're seeing out there. It's utterly ridiculous.
I like that name, T-Yonce. Somebody gonna steal that. Okay, Soren, at what point does food situations go from bad review to public safety issue, in your opinion?
Customer with problem number one. Because there's no excuse for food. We have all these regulations, inspections, all the food things that are supposed to be happening at every stage in the process before the food gets served to the person. So there's really no excuse at this point, and we have such a wide bit of information and the technology to where our food should never be compromised at this point. Now, unfortunately, we poison ourselves a lot by what we choose to eat. But when we're eating, we are dining under the assumption that the food is safe. So that should never happen. Literally.
You are absolutely correct. Look, all jokes aside, we love Mama Tina, we love Beyonce, and we love the whole nose quarter situation. But baby, look, love don't cancel out food poisoning, okay? This is about what Bagley say, accountability and safety, okay? Because when it comes to food, I don't care if Beyonce mama made it, what Bagley say, Treyonce mama made it, grandma, big mama from down the street made it. Everybody got to follow the same rules, honey bun, okay? And gumbo made right with love. It's culture. But gumbo can also be dangerous if you don't handle it right. And let me say this with love. If your food got the health department pulling up like a surprise guest, you can cancel Christmas. That ain't seasoning. That's a 911 situation, okay? So respectfully, Mama Tina, go on and call Louisiana auntie and go ahead and get your refresher and come back stronger, because baby, we want you to win. We want to support you, just not at the cost of our stomach lining. Okay. All right. Now this has been Nosy News, where I'm normally not nosy, but today had me reading ingredients and expiration dates. Now let's hear from our sponsor. Find your rhythm at PiedmontHempCo.com.
Long day. Your body feels it. Piedmont Hemp Co. creates thin-based topicals designed for real life. Work, workouts, and everything in between. Crafted with hemp seed oil and natural botanicals. Our balms and body care help you feel good in your skin. Find your rhythm. Find your rhythm at PiedmontHempCo.com. Piedmont Hemp Co. Wellness that fits your rhythm.
All right, PiedmontHempCo.com. Go there now. If you got pain, they have a balm, a pain balm, and they got all different type of stuff. So this is what I want to talk. I got Mark. He's in Vegas. Mark, are you there?
Can you hear
Mark,
me?
are you there? Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
So I know Mark. He is the host of the Shopping Show, and it's been on for a lot of years. And he's the owner of the station. And Mark, I want to ask you some questions. How is Vegas now with the war going on in Iran and the gas prices? There's a lot of people. I know during the weekdays, there's not a lot of people only in the summertime, but how's everything going out there?
Well, Chris, it just depends on the people and who you are. Gas prices have went up. We went from $3.60 in February to now we're over almost to $4. But it has affected people driving around. But one thing I can say is, for myself personally and some of the people here that I work with, you just kind of get accustomed to what's going on around you, what's going on in society, what's going on over in Iran. We can't control that. People still have to go to work. People still have to, find ways to afford things. Groceries are high. People still are at the grocery store. Gas prices go up. People are still at the pump. Not saying that, it's right, but I think people, find ways to, if you need gas for your car, you're going to find a way to make sure you get to work, no matter what the gas prices are. And complaining doesn't help nothing. So a lot of people that I've ran to, they talk about how high gas prices is, but it's just part of life, and you kind of just roll with the punches. And it is price. People are starting to really feel it at the pump because they're feeling it at the grocery store. So, but they're still driving around. People are still at the pump, and I think no matter how high gas prices get, you'll still have people able to put gas in their tank.
And that's what your show does. The Shopping Show, you give people an opportunity who don't have a lot of money. I remember we was out and right next door to the radio station, there's a Mexican restaurant. And I couldn't believe the discounts. And believe me, people, if you can get a discount, take a discount. Anybody else want to ask Mark a question?
You say, like, okay, so you said that your company actually helps people find discount prices, like a coupon,
Yeah,
like
we've been
explain it to me.
Yeah, so the way it works is, so most people are going to go to places, businesses around town and patronize the business. And what we do is we work with a lot of those businesses, and what they do is they provide us gift cards, gift certificates, show tickets, gas cards, bus passes. And in exchange for the business providing those things to their business for our listeners, and what we do is we do it at a discounted price. So you can take a $25 gift card to the gas station that we got from a Chevron. And if you get it through us, you're only going to pay $10 or $12 for that gift card, but you're still going to get $25 worth of gas. So we take the products and services that all the businesses in Vegas give us, and then we are able to go on the radio live and able to discount it at a fraction of the price for people that are, trying to, budget, people that are on Social Security that don't have, they got a limited resources for money. And so we still want people to get out and enjoy life as much as they can instead of being stuck in the house. Like, remember, kind of everybody knows back when we had COVID, people were stuck in the house, people were angry, upset. So what we do is we actually give people the opportunity to still go out to these businesses and be able to walk in the door basically with a gift card or a gift certificate for a value that they played, 50 to 60, maybe even 70% off. Some days we'll sell $25 gift cards for $8 for gas or for a restaurant.
And thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. And now it's time for our favorite TV YouTube show, Unique Access with Soren Baker. What's happening, Soren?
Well, Chris, today on our clip from Unique Access, we have a lot of struggle, a lot of confusion, but we got a lot of love still in the world. So one thing I wanted to talk about was when I did an interview with Kwame. If you don't have his album that came out last year, The Different Kids, it's amazing. Definitely supported by it. You can buy physical copies or, of course, stream it online. But I interviewed Kwame on Unique Access Entertainment on YouTube. Watch it. But here's a clip where he talks about why he thinks people love Tupac. And I added in a little at the end, and I want to get everybody's feedback on the panel for this. So let's play the clip. Unique Access Entertainment here on the Chris Thomas Show. And we're off.
They wanted to be a part of him.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he sold, not selling in a bad way, but he sold himself as opposed to a song.
Why do people love Tupac so much? Because Tupac literally was vulnerable enough to speak to people to the point where they wanted to be a part of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he sold, not selling in a bad way, but he sold himself as opposed to a song.
Why do people love Tupac so much?
So there's
because Tupac literally was vulnerable enough to speak to people to the point where they wanted to be a part of him.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So thank you for the clip there. That's Kwame. You can check us out on Unique Access Entertainment if you haven't already. So, Noonie, for you, what's a reason that you like Tupac or enjoyed his material?
Well, since I'm the only woman on the panel and I'm the only one who can say this, he was fine. He was so fine. The only man I knew that can wear a nose ring and not be called, the tambourine. You get what I'm saying? But his lyrics, I like this mind. I like the way the way he thought. You know what I'm saying? Just the way he thought about the world, the people, his people. Just the way he just supported the culture and just the way he loved his mama. You know what I'm saying? Just everything about him, just his being. So just like when he said that people didn't just follow his music, they followed him because just him and his person, just his being was just a light.
There it is. Mad Links. What's your reasoning for Tupac?
I definitely understand the allure. Me personally, I was not the biggest Tupac fan, but I definitely appreciated his artistry and his performance. And I think that he really endeared himself to people because of his passion which came across in his music, in his art, in his poetry. And I really respect that. I wish that he would have done in my estimation, a better job. Although understanding that this is the person we're talking about who was murdered before he turned 27 years old, of kind of negotiating the duality of having these feelings, as Noonie said, about his mother, about Black women, and at the same time calling them bitches and hoes. So I wish there was a little bit of a better ability to kind of navigate the duality of having all of these emotions and feelings for his audience, who really hung on his every word in many cases.
Yes. Now, Chris, you were on tour with Tupac on the Fearful Black Planet tour with Public Enemy. Did you get a chance to really interact with him at any point back in the day before he was famous?
Hail Mary, run quick, see. Yes, I did. And I'm just telling you something. This brother was real. When I saw him cry after Trouble T-Roy fell off that ramp, and he cried the duration until that man passed away. So what I love about him is he had a real spiritual feeling within inside of him, and he was real. He was real. He was not pretending. Tupac, I hope that there's a place I hope he went to heaven, and I know he did, because God can use him.
Well, there it is. Well, definitely everybody check out my interview with Kwame if you haven't already on Unique Access Entertainment. Support his album, The Different Kids, if you haven't already. And now back to you here on the Chris Thomas Show, Chris.
All right. That was Unique Access with Soren Baker. Now it's time for the Rap City Hip Hop Mix with the one and only Mad Links. What you got?
Well, I got some of my favorite groups still reminiscing on one of the best albums of last year, The Clips, Let God Sort Them Out. And then I just came back from New Orleans. I was stuck there for an additional 36 hours with all the craziness and trying to travel in these United States Airways. Be careful out there, everybody, because if you had a flight that was canceled, be ready. If you're like me, you're going to have another 3 of them to go. So in honor of my trip to New Orleans, got a little Nicki Minaj featuring Lil Weezy. It's brought to you by 100% Sucker-Free Brands right here on The Chris Thomas Show. Let's go.
DJ Mad Links.
You must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my nip and ice my beat the system with chains and whips.
This is culturally inappropriate.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy, you buy in sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in the room, but he's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. There's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my nip and ice my beat the system with chains and
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't with the kumbaya.
All that talent must be God sent. I send Joe back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids, kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Judases that let me down? But at the West Minds we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me how I don't give up. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move the body here. Get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Want the tea on me? Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You cares, you must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. This Jenga, God gave me light. A good year full of free will. Trunk card, tell me not to spare your life.
When things get dark, you know we get called. And you look side to side like what did they say? And they hate the Lord's voice. And then you realize that the devil is talking to you.
You know, I mean, we wear straight jackets and we
So
DJ fly away. Yo, I just came out of the motherfucking old school. Got my Mac notebook with the Pro Tools. Got the bitches ain't ready for Nikki Lewinsky. Bad wolf flyer than a frisbee. So I'm up in Mandalay eating mangoes. Keep a couple pink toes in my sandals. Got some bangles all over my ankles. Such a star, they singing a star spangled. I am the rap henna. No man Montana for fix your antenna. I keep 3 horns, but don't call me Santa. And I'm flyer than reindeers in a winner, in a winner.
One, two, third floor, hospital down. These doors and I knock niggas down. 1, 2, third floor, hospital down. These doors and I knock niggas down. 1, 2, third floor, hospital down. These doors and I knock niggas down. Straight jacket crooked, I hear you looking. I promise I'm hard and I swear you booked it. I ain't crazy, no, yes I am. Right up in a cuckoo nest I land. I'm fly, I eat my birds. Shit, yeah, I'm crazy, crazy about your wild animal on my bewildered. I love so I'm looking for a nerd. It's Nicki Minaj, the superb witch, and Weezy F, baby, no Weezy F.
What's up, good people? It's your boy Brian Hooks from the Eve Show and Soul Plane. And when I'm in Vegas, I'm listening to the Chris Thomas Show with the top-notch all-star team. Yeah.
Hamburger. Yeah, it's me from Def Comedy Jam, Family Guy. Listen up, whenever I'm in Vegas, you know what I gotta do. I gotta listen to the #1 show, the Chris Thomas Show, with the top-notch all-star team. Hamburger.
All right, Mad Links, that was wonderful. Now it's time for Lifestyles in Las Vegas with Hot Panda here on the Chris Thomas Show with the top-notch all-star team. Here we go. Lifestyles in Vegas.
To another episode of Lifestyle in Las Vegas with High Panda. You got to remember, one of the nice things about Las Vegas is everyone from all around the world and all around the nation come through with their cuisine. Now, me originally being from Chicago and loving food out there, I always got to try something new with beef sandwiches, but today was a little different. I figured I'd check out a little East Coast style with some Philly cheesesteaks. So we're going to take a quick trip right outside of Las Vegas into Henderson, straight out of Philly, the Stakeout. Now, you know, when we ordered, we had to go with the OG steak sandwich, the Philly cheesesteak. And of course, the best way to order it is with whiz and with onions. Got myself a side of fries because you know you got to stop up that extra cheese with that. And you know it's legit when it's got the Amorosa bread. So I've been to Pat's and Gino's out in Philly, and this place out here in Vegas is not too far off. It's delicious, it is sloppy, and it tastes like Philly. Definitely check out this spot out here in Henderson, right outside of Las Vegas. I'm going to go ahead and continue stuffing my face with this delicious East Coast sandwich. And now back to the Chris Thomas Show with the top-notch all-star team on KSHP Las Vegas, 107.1 FM, 1400 AM.
Thank you, Hot Panda. Now it's time for our message of hope with D. This is our message of hope.
Unwilling to help me. I believe, help my unbelief.
All right, that was quick. Well, amen.
Believe in your belief.
I say amen. Amen. Thank you, D, for that message of hope. And now we're going to hear from Felicia Couffier's hair and weaving and braiding. So there's some people who need it.
DMV. Make sure you check out Felicia Couffier's Hair Braiding and Weaving Center, serving internationally with offices in DC and North Carolina. We specialize in European hair weaving, undetectable, 100% natural hair. That's right, when you want that real, we give you the real deal. Felicia Couffier's Hair Braiding and Weaving Center. We're open 7 days a week by appointment. That's right, 7 days a week by appointments only. Call 202-699-2702. Felicia Couffier's Hair Braiding and Weaving Center. We'll come directly to you. Any state, any city. We're your one stop for European 100% natural human hair. And not only do we have European hair, we specialize in Dominican blowout hair treatments for ball and thinning hair. All types, all textures. Only at Felicia Couffier's Hair Braiding and Weaving Center. Felicia Couffier's International Mobile Salon. Call 202-699-2702 now.
All right. Thank you, Felicia Couffier's. And believe me, if I needed hair, I would come to you. All right. So now let's go through some of our topics right quick. So, Noonie, what happened with Shaquille O'Neal and the young lady who passed away, and he's taking care of her funeral arrangements and everything?
Oh, yeah. So Shaq stepping up and helping a family. There was a 12-year-old girl that got into an altercation with a bully, and she was fighting, and according to the doctor, she had a heart attack and cardiac arrest. So it's these hot toddies not good for the battlefield, you know what I'm saying? But Shaq stepped up, and with his big heart, big love, and big respect, he's actually going to take care of her funeral.
Well, Shaquille O'Neal has always been this way. I mean, I just think that he knows what to do with his money. He knows he's not going to spend it all. So he's always reaching out, trying to help people.
It is.
What about you?
It's a lot of kids, though.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
He
a lot
helps
of
everybody.
Actually, no. What I'm saying is there's a lot of kids that's actually dying this way. You know what I'm saying? Either they're running track, either they're playing basketball, they're playing football, or if they're fighting, if their heart is moving fast, you know what I'm saying? Or above the capacity they can't, like, they're really, like, their heart is stopping on them, and I blame it on the food.
Well, kudos to Shaquille O'Neal. So what we're going to do, let's go to the Antonio Brown so we can talk about, I don't know if he's
the rest of the state talking about that.
Huh? Oh, yeah, you want to talk about Shaq?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
listen,
go
when
ahead.
it comes down to it, I'm very interested in the fact that there is this prevalent culture amongst young women today in society where it's allowed for them to be violent in ways that male children or males cannot be violent. It is accepted.
We can't hear you.
Sorry about that. I'm saying that there's a certain thing that's going on right now with the glorification.
Well, you get your hair cut. We can hear the Clippers and everything.
All right. Well, I tried to take that one ear beat, but y'all said you couldn't hear me. So again, the fact that women are allowed to and girls by default then are allowed to be violent with one another, and it's okay, it's accepted, it's propagated. Look at the Love and Hip Hops, the Real Housewives, all it's always okay. So this is now the end result and part of this, and I think that ultimately women, they want equality, but let's hold them now to the same standards in this regard, in regards to violence, whether it's amongst themselves or women who are violent towards men.
Okay. What about you, Soren?
On the one hand, I'm happy that Shaq is doing this because obviously he's helping a family in need. And on the other hand, our society has a lot of problems and we need to really start working on them because these stories are unfortunately happen more and more often. And we got a lot of work to do, sadly.
Talking about problems, Antonio Brown, I wonder if he broke already. I know that when I know that he got a pension coming sooner or later, but he has his house on the market for $4 million. And Mad Links, that's in your neck of the woods. Do you know anything about that? And he just got approved to be able to fly to California. So what's happening?
Yeah, Antonio Brown, aka Stephon Diggs Sr. You know, look, like I said, man, you just talk about just a walking bad decision. You just look at him and he just looked like bad decisions. So the fact that he's able to travel anywhere is amazing. So I give it up to his lawyers because when they had to find him out of the country, and now you allow that man to fly. Now, mind you, they're not allowing them to fly with a passport, but still, I wouldn't let the man take an Uber. When it comes down to it. So is he broke already? Yeah. Why wouldn't he? I mean, you're talking about somebody who has done the absolute, like, if you want to just have in the dictionary, worst decisions in the NFL of all time, I mean, he's definitely in the top 10. So I'm surprised he has a house to sell. And again, I wish the best for him. The man got kids, but I hope Stephon Diggs is looking because, like, this is your future, bro, right here.
How this your future?
All right. What? Hey, Soren. So, I mean, what is going on with all these guys? I thought that was the American dream, to make plenty of money, but psychologically, you can't fix that. Am I right?
Psychologically, you can absolutely fix it. Here's the problem.
You think so?
Here's the problem. A lot of people are used to living on $40,000 a year, $20,000 a year, $10,000 a year. Then they get a $5 million a year and they act like they got $50 million a year. And herein lies the problem. It's financial literacy, but it's beyond that. It's blowing money fast. BMF had the name for a reason. And the problem is the athletes, the entertainers, whoever it is, they spend this money as if it's always going to come in the same amount, and it's not. Especially athletes and entertainers, generally speaking, have very short time windows of earning maximum amounts of money. Mm-hmm. And so there are a few exceptions of the rule when you see people that say, hey, I know I'm only going to make it in the NFL. I'm going to live on a $80,000 a year salary. That buys them a decade. And if they stick to it, that'll really set them up for life, especially if they're able to make it through 3 or 4 years, because now they've made a couple $1 million. And now if you spread that out and amateurize it properly, you'll be fine. And then if you get a pension, but Chris, the pension that Antonio Brown's going to get, I'm making up the number because I don't remember what it is. But even if you're getting $15,000 a month, if your overhead is $350,000 a month, that 15 don't even matter. So
exactly,
that's the problem. That's the problem.
And I'm gonna close out with Noonie. What do you think, Noonie?
He just needs to get it right. Mr. Can't get right. That's all I gotta say.
Well, we got
a lot.
That's what he
got.
Got
a lot of problems. We got a lot of problems, and I like to always thank the top-notch all-star team: Soren Baker, DJ Mad Links, Noonie LaRue. And next week, we'll have Terminator X back. And soon, Layla Lopez. I want to thank Mark Hayes again and thank our producer, Tony Medley. Remember, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's about us. And I want to thank 100% Sucker Free and PeteMonHempCoat.com. We outie.
Bright lights, big city. Good morning, Vegas. It's the Chris Thomas Morning Show. Fly Cry, Uncle James, Hall of Fame.
Y'all need to pay homage, the original host, Chris Thomas, the